What is going on, Warriors? It is your boy Ryu, and it is time for another Street Fighter Duel video. We're back again. It's been a minute from me, guys. I did try to record a video the last time with the A frags, draft day. Unfortunately, with the sound that kind of like went missing for some reason. It's kind of like been tough doing recordings here in Nigeria. First of all, I do want you guys to know that the burial kind of went successfully. There were no trouble. There were no problems at all. Actually, the turnout was great. People came actually to pay homage to my dad. And there was a lot of representation as well. And hearing the tributes from everyone out there, with regards to how wonderful a person it was also touching to myself, my mom, and my brother and sister. So it was actually overall, great to see. As much as it sucks, with his passing, it is glad to know that at least he was a great man. He did well, and hopefully he was also good in the eyes of the Lord too. But going beyond that here, I have not been able to do any recordings besides the one that I did try to do, and unfortunately that didn't actually get any sounds. But we're going to try and make sure this one works out great this time, okay? I've been trying my best to see if I can just touch it here and there. I've sort of been missing here and there, but you guys understand what's been going on here. It's kind of like pretty tough. Also, doing recordings here would have seemed like an easier feat because obviously I have as much time on my hands as possible when it comes to like not working and all that kind of stuff, because I'm actually off work for a bit until the end of next week. However, it's kind of tough because in a country like Nigeria here, we have to deal with a lot of lack of power supplies here and there, and that means that we have to work with having things like the fan on to keep from being cool, because I'm actually staying with my folks. Obviously I have to make sure that I'm around my mom a lot to make sure that she's actually doing okay. So it's not like I have like an Airbnb or some hotel rented out somewhere where they probably have their amenities sorted out. So it's kind of like basic kind of stuff here. So whenever the fan is off, you're sweating like a Christmas goat, that sort of thing, right? So but it's all good. In the end, I have tried recording before. The fan is actually quite huge disturbance to the sound, so that has sort of been put for the time being. But we're going to do some today because we're almost out of the trendy abyss. We're almost out of the badass Juri event. A few things have happened: Fatality of Hope, all this other stuff, draft day and everything. Fatality of Hope, I would always come again and talk about this. In my opinion, this is typically an opportunity for us to actually have master slash inferno based characters rather than these old geezers right here, right? Even if you don't have Fire Agent right now, is almost important to have. It's not only almost, it's actually important to have. You actually want to do well. So for someone like me, because obviously I'm not really pushed to the limit, I say have a few slots to pull, so I'm definitely going to pull the character for sure. But I'm sure a lot of you will be looking at this character and wondering that it's not over here. Whatever alarm that you heard right now, that's pretty much the sound of the fact that there actually is actual power. So they're going to switch over from the inverter to from generator to actual power, and that's actually a good thing. It means we can use the AC now and we can continue without sweating our asses off. Okay, so let's get over to what we're here for today. The main event for today, without much further ado, is supposed to be the actual kit analysis for a badass Juri. We're not going to be doing any of these unique style recordings, unfortunately not this time around. I'm going to try my best to be rushing through this so that I don't try to do some last minute and almost rewards out there. I'm also going to try my best to do as much of the deadly sparring as possible, because I sort of like have missed most of it. I just sort of gone a bit, make sure I can get as much possible so I can actually go up, with the I believe that's going to be let's see, what am I going to call this? This things that I'm all here. Let's go right here. There's supposed to be you know what? This is what happens when you kind of like, we just switched over from the generator, so there's actually no power right now. We're gonna have to pause this for a bit and make sure I can get connected again. And I'm right with you guys. And we're back. The connection is back right now, so hopefully we can get back to what we're trying to talk about. It was supposed to be something with regards to the progress, I think it's the grants. Is it a grant? Yeah, this is what I'm looking for, the word grant itself. So you see right now I'm still on level 5, so I need to make sure I can do as much as I can to make level 15. Otherwise, it's gonna mean I'm gonna miss out on the, let's see. It's gonna mean I'm gonna miss out on the division tickets that hopefully you don't want to miss out on. So we're gonna try our best to make sure we can avoid that. But for now, let's go right ahead and let's look at the character. Let's have a look and do the kit analysis real quick here and see how she actually works. The only thing I know for sure about the character is that she's a trigger-based character, and so we're gonna see how that actually works. I got the EX move, so that's actually great as well. I use it for my Avery U so far, and it's been working great. So we're gonna look at the passive. We're gonna see what actually the key terms and the key trigger moves are. I'm gonna go through each of the super moves, go through soul power, go through the garage, fighting spirit, you name it. Before I actually go further, let's go right ahead and let's actually see what her speed is like, because it's also pretty much important as well, because that's how you know if she's gonna have an early start or not. So we're gonna look at the character real quick here, and she has 133 speed. That is pretty fast. 133. I know Vega gets to 135 and stuff like that. So 133, that's pretty cool. So we're gonna go right ahead and let's go right ahead and start with the passive, okay? So says Kasatushi, which is the passive. When hit by a combo or super combo, backflip to avoid taking damage. Okay, gaining damage immunity for the duration. Upon landing, gain 30% damage reduction for 5 seconds. This is considered a trigger skill. Okay, and the trigger interval is 12 seconds. So upon entering battle, increase this fighter's trigger skill damage by 20%. Upon unleashing the trigger skill, increase trigger skill damage at a short 10%, second up to 5 times. So you see here, it looks like she's going to be building up more damage as she does, her passive, those trigger moves. All right. So now level 2 says upon entry battle, increase this fighter's trigger skill to 25%. Upon landing backflip, gain 5% damage reduction for 5 seconds. This was from 30%. Because upon unleashing the trigger skill, increase the skill damage by an additional 15% again, stack up to 5 times. And of course, if you do get the EX move to 3 stars, you get to increase trigger skill damage by an additional 18%, stack up 5 times. That actually is an EX move that I think is working on for sure. So now let's look at the first super. Oh wow, that's a crazy drill. Let's look at it. That is crazy drill. So it says Blades of Destruction. Smash the nearest enemy multiple times, dealing damage equal to 725% of attack. Also increases fighter's crit rate by 15% for 10 seconds. Plus damage increases to 830% of attack on level 2, and you increase fighter's crit rate by 25% on level 3. Alright, so that's pretty simple, pretty basic stuff, nothing to worry about there. Now for the combo 1, which is called Killing Friends, as you can see here, is pretty much how you know when a move is supposed to be like those trigger-based move, passive. You don't actually activate them manually. Is that the character doesn't actually perform the animation like you see over here whenever you select those moves. So it says consider the trigger skill. Cannot be manually unleashed. There you go. Unleashes automatically when a friendly fighter unleashes combo 1. Unleash 4 strikes, dealing damage equal to 213% of attack to enemies in an area. Also increases combo 2 damage of all friendly fighters by 15% for 5 seconds. Oh, that is cool. So while you do this, you also increase combo 2 damage of friendly fighter by 15%. So it's not only just she's doing a passive, increase, but she's also, doing, she's also sort of buffing. This is kind of like it's like a buff move that gives the next move, which is combo 2, some nice buff. So that's pretty cool. Now it says increase damage to 200% of attack. And you also increase the combo 2 damage of all friendly fighters by 25% for 5 seconds on level 3. Also increase combo 2 damage of all friendly fighters by 30% for 5 seconds on level 4. This is pretty much an amazing. This is actually really amazing. This kind of puts her in that nice passive like move, except obviously she's not going to be triggering it. You're going to need someone else to actually trigger it, and then of course you can then combine the boost to whoever's going to do the next combo line. Okay, now for the combo 3, it says consider trigger skill cannot be manual unleashed. You know that unleashes automatically when any friendly fighter unleashes combo 3. I should stop reading that point 2. Quickly move behind the enemy's rearmost fighter and deal damage equal to 531% of attack to all enemies in an area around that target. Okay. Also increases fighter's super combo damage by 18%. until the end of the next super combo. Concentrate Fighter's super combo damage by 18% until the end of the next super combo. Okay, so you are doing damage to this to all enemies in the area, and you increase the fighter super combo damage. So you get a chance to obviously start again with her. By then she's getting an additional 80% damage to the initial one. Of course, that's probably going to increase as you go up the level. So it says increase damage to 11% of attack. And level 3 says unleashes increase after unleashing increases the fighter's super combo damage by 30%, like I mentioned before, until the end of the next super combo. After unleashing increases fighter's super combo damage by 13% until the end of the next super combo. That is really crazy. You're actually tempted to actually use her to do the attacking, which is cool. As you can see here, she's an attacker. So actually she's a support. No, what am I saying? She's an attacker. Yeah, I just kind of mix it up. It's supposed to agility, not support. All right, and so that is the first phase of the move there. Of course, you expect it to get crazier as you go to the fighting spirit. We're going to have a look at the fighting spirit there for sure. Actually, let's just go to soul power, because soul power is just going to let you know what the final bit is, which you already know what it is. And of course, you get the combo to 30% for 5 seconds, like you read before. And of course, you also have this one here, 36%, and then the super combo there. And we're talking about 1 and 3, right? I believe he has a 1 and 3. So go right ahead. It's 1, it's over there, and then 3, that's it over there. Okay, so now we'll go to the fighting spirit to actually see how this actually works and adds to her. And it says spider necklace. Access to battle is Juri, and you get a HP bonus 20% max, attack bonus 30% max, crit damage 15%, and pressure 12%. Okay, and the skill is called Unbridled Sadism. Wow. Okay. After backflipping, when the passive skill is triggered, recover 30% of max HP. That's pretty cool. So she can heal herself too. Alright, so the assist skill, I'm always typically curious about this. You know, that is what we typically want to encourage you to push the character to at least unlock the effort fighting spirit, if we don't want to push them to the limit. It says after the assisted fighter enters battle for the first time, increase the trigger skill damage by 25% until the end of the battle. Okay, that is cool. So someone like Yuri, you know, someone like Kami and Vega, some of those trigger based characters, even OG Gomagalakan. That's a Gomagalakan. Gomagalakan? Yeah, I think it's Gomagalakan. Yeah, even he also gets the boost from it as well. Okay, but of course, if you have her in the team lineup, you can get up to 30% boost to your other characters without having to just focus on trigger based characters alone. But actually, that is pretty much amazing. Okay, even Oni has a trigger skill too, so he works with that too. But let's go right ahead. This is pretty much nice. But we're going to the next one. After backflipping, when the passive skill is triggered, increases fighter's trigger skill damage by 5% for 12 seconds. See, now it's time to go up a bit. If we go over here, I think this is where we're talking about the backflip. No, super combos under. No, that's the passive. My bad. The passive causes the backflip there, and it was 20% before, got all the way up to 25%. Okay, and now what are we looking at here? Fighting Spirit says after backflipping, when the passive skill is triggered, increase this fighter's skill by 20% for 12 seconds. And after this fighter unleashes super combo, increase their attack by 15% for 8 seconds. While this also active, this fighter unleashes combo 3, increase their super combo damage by 30% for 12 seconds. It kind of seems similar to what we're seeing so far over here, right? Like over here, it says 30%, this one says 36%. I wonder if it's a further 30% in addition to the original. We're actually going to confirm that in the analysis for sure. But over here it says after this fighter unleashes super combo, increase their crit damage by a percentage equal to 80% of their current crit rate for 10 seconds. That's pretty cool. Is it necessary for you to push it to 40% for the crit damage? I think so, but we're going to overlook that for now. I'm going to go over to the last bit, which is the garage, right? See how it works. So first one, if you get the three cars, which is the first star, every strike from this fighter's super combo deals additional true damage equal to 6% of attack. So you can see here, they really want to encourage you to use the super combo a lot. Okay, so that is actually going to be key whenever you're building a team around this character. And every strike from this fighter's trigger skill deals additional true damage equal to 6% of attack. And of course, she's a trigger character, so you definitely want to use all this. This is like massive amount of damage over here that we're getting from here. This makes her really lethal. Okay, now of course that means a lot of people based on these movesets here are definitely gonna be gunning for her, probably punch for her already. What do I typically say? I say whenever I promise you guys I'm not gone through this before, but we're gonna see if badass Juri that is also being pursued as well. One easiest way to know if you want to actually confirm the character is nice, great or not, okay, is you go over to your guild. Eventually, if you have a lot of friends or whatever kind of stuff there, let's go back home. I'm not this point here. I don't know what's happening here. I'm in home, right? And then you want to go to your friend list here. I want to go to the messenger list, and you want to see what characters, how many people are being built right now. As you guys know, the last character was Vega, and it pretty much has people doing a lot of investment on him, right? People invested in Juri the same way. You already remember how it was at the very beginning. If we look at badass Juri for now, do we have her at least on triple S? Any copy of triple S so far? Let's look over here. We already have a copy of triple S, okay? But just a copy. But as you see here, because too early days, it's just only within a week. And of course, we also have to be, conscious of the fact that a lot of people are so like low-key believing that Turtle is going to be around the corner and she's supposed to be a bit of a distraction where you kind of like invest in her. After you invest in her, then you're going to kind of like end up realizing that you could have saved your resources for Turtle. That's, I think, the only thing that's holding her back for now. As you can see, in my opinion, when I look at how Vega, she's Vega. Where's the real Vega? Right here. In terms of damage, not in terms of like looks. Yeah. I don't think there's been major progress on this one since then. I think it's kind of like stalled for a bit. But either ways, you can see there's a couple of people already investing in the character, so I think she's definitely worth it. She does have a nice kit. I know the trigger moves look like I said, damage just increasing non-stop. Also with the boosters that I give, of course, to other fighters. I'm definitely curious to see how the analysis is going to turn out. Otherwise, that is pretty much the review of, badass Juri. I don't know why this stuff's still okay. Oh, there we go. All right, let's start with it right now. I'm just gonna do one. Go. But that is pretty much it for badass Juri. Based on the first part of the analysis here for sure, guys. And I think she's quite promising so far from what I can actually read on the kit itself. But let me know what you guys think with regards to which Juri. Is she enough for you guys to want to pull for her? Surely all the rumors out there with the distractions, and advices out there that may have said, don't push for her yet. Are you guys pushing for her already, or are you guys just being patient about the character? What do you guys think of the character in general? Let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.